Hi, everyone. I'm retired meteorologist and sometimes backyard astronomer and backyard gardener. But today is Saturday, the 8th day of March 2025. And it's great gardening weather to be outside today with temperatures in the lower 80s under mostly fair sky throughout the region. But things are going to be changing with wet weather ahead. As a matter of fact, Sunday and Monday, we might see anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain falling across our region. And then also coming up this week, we have a total lunar eclipse coming up on Thursday night, the 13th. Actually, it's on the morning of the 14th, Friday morning of the 14th, but let's say Thursday night. What's the weather going to be? Will we be able to see that total lunar eclipse here in our region? Also coming up, the big day here in Savannah will be next week on Monday, March the 17th. St. Patrick's Day in Savannah. How will it be? Will the weather hold out? Will the luck of the Irish pull through once again? We're going to take a look at that as well. And if you want to know more about the Heavenly Backyard Garden, I just released a new video on my Weather and Garden new YouTube channel, and I'll have information about that coming up at the end of this video, and a link to it below in the description box, and also I'll have a pinned comment to the link to that video. It's pretty good. You might want to take a look at it. Anyway, let's take a look at, first of all, the jet stream and getting into today's weather. And there we have it right now. We're seeing a fairly strong wave in the southwest portion of the country, and the polar jet stream is way up here to the north where it belongs, and it's scooting across the Great Lakes states into the mid-Atlantic coastal states, and everywhere north of that and to the northeast of that is under very cold weather conditions. But here we are with the subtropical jet stream flowing across our region. We saw some of the clouds from that this morning, but now it's breaking away, and warm temperatures have moved back into our area. But this wave over here in the southwest, that's going to be affecting our conditions for Sunday and Monday with a very good chance for rain. I'm not expecting any severe weather associated with this system here. Way out in the Pacific Ocean, there's a strong wave out there, and that's going to be affecting the west coast of the United States over the weekend. Eventually it'll be affecting our weather, but it's going to wash out, looks like, before it really gets here. So again, I'm not anticipating any severe weather across the eastern portion of the country for next week. Looking at the GOES 19 weather satellite, this will eventually become the new GOES East satellite. It'll take effect on April 4th when it'll be located in its new position. Right now it's at 89 degrees longitude, and it'll be shifting eastward to 75 degrees longitude. That'll start on March 17th. It'll start drifting to that new location, and by then it'll become the new weather satellite for the eastern portion of the country. But right now, it's showing generally fair weather across Georgia and South Carolina. There's that subtropical jet stream that we saw flowing across our region. And there's that rain system developing across the southern plains that'll be moving into our area for tomorrow and Monday. And there's that big wave out in the Pacific Ocean that'll be affecting the western portion of the country. All right, let's move along to our area here. Here's the latest forecast model. And it is showing precipitation developing to our west and then sliding eastward, moving into our region throughout the day on Sunday and lingering on throughout the day on Monday before clearing on out. Not much else going on across the country. That big wave out in the southwest will be producing some rain showers and rain across southern and central portions of California going into the next week time period. And looking at that, but it won't be doing much elsewhere. It'll be washing itself out as it moves eastward. Looking at a closer view of the southeast on the GFS model, it shows that precipitation moving in across the area. This is for sunrise tomorrow. By the way, we go on daylight saving time tonight. Spring forward 1 hour and lose that 1 hour of sleep. So keep that in mind too. Anyway, the rain will be moving across the area. Periods of rain throughout the day on Sunday, going into Sunday night and into Monday as the low pressure system develops along a front that's moving eastward. And this right here is for sunrise on Monday, and the showers continue to linger throughout the day on Monday before clearing on out. And looking at the total amount of precipitation to be associated with this, we can look at the total QPF, quantitative precipitation forecast, and there you have it right there. And the amount of rain here in the coastal areas of Georgia and South Carolina looks like about anywhere between 1 to 2 inches by Monday evening before all said and done. And there you can see 2.3 inches or so in the greater Savannah area. Hilton Head about the same, a little bit more, a little bit less, a little bit more depending on the location. Over in the Beaufort area, over 4 inches rain potential associated with the GFS forecast. But let's take a look at the blend of models, the National Forecast blend of models. This is it right here. And it shows most of the rain, heaviest portion a little bit further south than what the global forecast system is indicating. And this will be mostly across the Altamaha River southward, where the heaviest rains will be falling across from Valdosta to Waycross to Brunswick, St. Simon's Island, Darien, McIntosh County. Could see 2 to 3 inches of rain across that area, and about a half inch to a 1 1/3 of an inch of rain in the greater Savannah over to Statesboro area. 1.2 inches of rain in the Statesboro area, and about an inch to an inch and a quarter in the Hilton Head, Beaufort County, Hilton Head area and Beaufort City area with this rain system. All right, let's take a look at the total rainfall forecast from the National Weather Service. This is from the National Digital Forecast Data System from the National Weather Service, and it's showing about an inch to an inch and a half of rain across the greater Savannah area. Excuse me for my voice. I'm still getting over COVID here. But I'm testing negative, so that's good. Anyway, we're seeing about an inch and a half of rain to 1 3/4 of an inch of rain across the Chatham County area through the end of the day on Monday. Most of this will be Sunday night and Monday morning. Further to the south, there's Blackshear at 2.2 inches of rain, 2.2 in Hazelhurst, further to the south. What about Darien? Yeah, there over 2 inches of rain. Brunswick, St. Simon's Island. Expecting about about 2 inches of rain in the St. Simon's area as well. So yeah, moderate to heavier rains associated with this system, but it'll be spread out over 48 hours. And looking at conditions across the Hilton Head region, Bluffton, and the Beaufort area, Hampton. Looks like about the same as Savannah, inch and a half of rain associated with that. All right, coming up, we have the total lunar eclipse. That'll be Thursday night, well, actually Friday morning, but let's call it Thursday night because the actual event starts a little bit before midnight, what's called the penumbral portion of the eclipse, but you really can't see that. That's when the outer shadow first starts making contact with the lunar surface. But the actual eclipse itself begins at 1:09 in the morning. Actually 1:10 if you want to be exact, rounding it off. That's when the moon starts being eclipsed where you can actually see it. And then it'll be under a total eclipse between 2:26 in the morning and 3:31. That's 1 hour and 5 minutes where the moon will be entirely in the Earth's shadow. Now, here's the interesting aspect about the lunar eclipse. By the way, you can stare at the lunar eclipse till you're blue in the face because it won't hurt you at all. There's no effects, unlike a solar eclipse. You don't want to look at that. But a lunar eclipse, you can stare at it all night long. And during the totality portion of the lunar eclipse, the moon will be in the Earth's shadow, but light reflecting off the Earth, going back to the moon, back to the Earth again, goes through a lot of atmosphere on the Earth, and a lot of the blue, green, and yellow lights is diffracted away and scattered, and only the reds and the orange light is left. And hence, the moon will appear as a dull red color. This is what it looked like when I took it back in January. It was 2019, I think it was. Total lunar eclipse from the Heavenly Backyard Garden. You can see how the moon was this glowing reddish, ruddy red color, sometimes also known as the blood moon. And it should look interesting. Now, the question is, will we be able to see it? Will the weather hold out? Back in 2019, I had a great night, a clear night for the eclipse. But let's take a look at the maps right now. And there we see this is for Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m., and we have cloud cover across the entire region. And then going into 11 p.m., the clouds begin to break, but the moon hasn't started the eclipse yet. It starts at basically 1 o'clock in the morning. So here's 1 o'clock in the morning, and according to this model here, this is the GFS, clearing conditions will start prevailing around 1 o'clock in the morning, so we should be able to see the eclipse, and looks like clear weather thereafter. The eclipse will end at 4:47, so we should see, if this model is correct, the entire eclipse of the moon coming up on Thursday night, actually Friday morning on the 14th of March. All right, let's move along to the 17th of March, because a lot of people want to know what's going to go on with St. Patrick's Day festivities here in Savannah, also on Hilton Head Island, and big activities also on Tybee Island. Let's take a look at Sunday. Here we have the forecast model for Sunday showing a band of showers passing across the area. And this is for 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, daylight time now. I have to convert back from Eastern Standard Time to daylight time from Greenwich time. Anyway, this is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Again, the models, this is way out in advance. We're looking at a week in advance, over 100 hours in advance. And there we have the system moving off the coast. And as of sunrise on St. Patrick's Day, right there, that's at 8 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day morning, Monday, March the 17th. The rain has moved off the coast, and it looks like we'll have generally fair and mild weather conditions for all of the St. Patrick's Day festivity in the greater Savannah area. Downtown Savannah will be buzzing with the parade. Temperatures, looks like it's going to be in the middle 70s, and it looks like the azaleas will be in bloom along with everything else. So looks like good things coming up if this model holds out. And right now, it looks like the luck of the Irish is going to have its way, which is a good thing. All right, let's take a look at the conditions for the next several days on my website, savannahpat.name. And there we have the rain coming in for Sunday and Monday. Again, about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain, depending on your location. It's going to be a wet one, but spread out over 2 days. So that's most of that will soak into the ground, which is good. For the Heavenly Backyard Garden, that looks very good, as a matter of fact. And then coming along Tuesday and Wednesday, lots of sunshine, clouding up again on Thursday with that next system coming on in. And then on Friday, the sky becomes partly cloudy with that system passing on through. And then looking ahead for the next several days and the next couple of weeks, we should see those temperatures in the 70s for the St. Patrick's Day festivities. And then beyond that, temperatures will average to around normal, to above normal, to around normal again. So it looks like for our gardening, if you like to have garden activities, looks very good for that. In fact, everything's looking pretty good right now for all the activities here in our region. Again, if you want to look at more activity for the Heavenly Backyard Garden, I have a video right here that I posted just yesterday highlighting the Heavenly Backyard Garden, what's going on right now and what I plan to do and the changes that I've made. I think you'll like this video if you plan to take a look. If you do, please subscribe to that new channel, my Heavenly Backyard Garden channel on YouTube. With that being said, thanks a lot and see you later.